Okay, in today's video, I'm going to talk about the Rivnut tool and how this thing works. And the reason this came about is I'm building these speaker pods for one of my motorcycles to go up on the crash bars. And see the speaker pod, I've had this cut down, resized it, had it welded, and then I basically bonded it and sanded it and polished everything. It'll come out really nice. But the problem I was having, or concern I had, is when I go to mount these speakers in here, these are some Rockford Fosgate marine speakers. Pretty cool. They got LEDs, everything light up, high power speakers, and they're made for boats and stuff. But yeah, I want to put them on my motorcycle, so if they get wet, they won't get hurt or anything like that. But on the inside, just to show you, these plugs here, I had to wire these up yesterday. These are called Deutsch plugs. They're also waterproof. I had to take these apart and stuff and then put them back together. So they come inside the pod, one for the lights, one for the speakers. And then on the inside, I lined it with this sound dampening material, so it should make better sound quality. Anyhow, getting back to Rivnuts, a friend of mine from Maryland, another brother from another mother, Victor Gillot, introduced me to these things a few years ago when he was working on his hot rod, because I'd never heard of them. And what these things do, these Rivnuts, are kind of like rivets, and you punch them into the hole that you want to use, and actually use this tool and you squeeze them to stay in place. The difference between these and rivets is these are actually threaded. So going back to my speaker, I could have just used screws and screw in, screw out every time. But over time, it was gonna, those things were gonna wear out, and I'd have to rethread it or make new pods. But I wanted to make these so I can, take them off if I need to and put them back on without any concerns. And so therefore I have these things that are threaded. So one of the questions I had for my friend Victor was, well, how do you know what size hole to drill? Because the instruction doesn't really say that. So he's, a pretty smart guy. He says, well, take your caliper and then basically fit your Rivnut in there nice and tight and push it in there, and then do the same thing, find a drill bit and put a drill bit in there when it's just one smaller size, and that's how you figure out what size. And it worked perfectly. As you can see, I've already done 3 of these. So this tool itself has different sizes for different Rivnuts. If you look over the box that I ordered, all different size Rivnuts for different applications. Of course, this is a small one, and of course you have these tools that go hand in hand with the specific Rivnut you're going to use. On this one here, it's metric. They do have metric and standard. I got metric, and I'm using an M4. And so you take this and you thread it on there. It's an M4, and it's pretty simple. You're just going to put it inside the hole, push in until it goes all the way down. This one's a little tight because I didn't drill it out all the way, but let me get it in there. There we go. It pops in place, and all you're going to do is you're going to squeeze down the tool with both hands, and then from there back it off a little bit, and you just unscrew it. There you go. And then the tool comes out. And how this works is when that Rivnut goes in there, when you squeeze this down, it actually compresses this rivet for the most part. It compresses it so it expands and it stays inside the hole. So now you can see I've already got these 4 done. I got one more to do. We'll show you again. So just take the rivet, screw it on all the way to the end, pop it down in the hole, and then you're going to squeeze the rivet gun with 2 hands all the way, and then it squeezes a little bit, loosen the tension, and then you can back that out of there. There we go. So that's pretty much how it works, and now I'll be able to put the speaker in place. I did have to buy the right size bolts at the hardware store. So these are also M4, long enough to go through this, and then they'll attach to here. Now, one of the things my friend did caution me is do not over tighten it. When it feels tight enough, it's tight enough, because if you do over tighten it, you may cause that rivet to spin in there, and then when you do that, you're going to drill that out and put a new one in. So he said just be cautious when you do tighten it, just till it feels tight enough to you without over tightening it. So anyhow, and like I said, these are the different tools that go with it. You pretty much screw onto this tool and take this one off. Unscrew this one, and then you put in whatever size you want for your application. So anyhow, pretty cool tool. First time I bought one, first time I used it. Pretty damn simple. I hope you find this video helpful. You can use this on sheet metal and other things. So it's a way to solve a problem that I didn't know I had. So okay, well, peace out, people.